What did we learn about Golovkin from that fight? What did we see in Golovkin that we haven't maybe seen before?
I think Golovkin is a one-off. I think he's an elite fighter. I think it's right that people compare him to the Marvin Hagler of the past. I think the guy's the real deal in every aspect. I think people say he doesn't move his head, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. That's because he's got no value for the guy in front of him. He's got no value for the power. So therefore, he's taking everything. What he's doing, Golovkin, is very clever. He's taking their punches so he can get his own in, because he knows.
Like he did with Rosado.
Yeah, and like he done with Martin Murray in Monaco. He literally stood there and let Murray hit him. You know, but there was a reason behind his madness. Now, he fought a guy called, is it Curtis Stevens?
Yes.
Now, look how he boxed Stevens. Because Stevens was a one-punch knockout artist. He boxed him. Stevens didn't get a shot in. He boxed him, he was cautious, he was moving. This is a guy who's had nearly 300 amateur fights. And this is how inexperienced spectators and people in boxing see things. Because the guy's literally walking through them. Not because he can't see the shots, not because he doesn't want to take them. He's happy to take them to exchange because he knows he's carrying a detonator. And to get that detonator off, he doesn't want a boxing match. He can afford, this guy's on so much of an elite level, he can afford to have an exciting fight knowing he's not going to come unstuck.
Big drama show.
Big drama show for him because he doesn't see the threat level there. That's how good that guy is.
Immediately after the fight, he said what he said on Kel, which you just spoke about, but he then called out Box Nation, in fact, one's very own Billy Joe Saunders, which would be an interesting clash with Bill and something that the fight fans would like to see. Do you have an opinion on that? Do you think that fight could be made?
Yeah, I do. It's all about just how good you are. Let me say this to you. All power can be negated. Boxing is an art and boxing is a skill. All power can be negated by what you do yourself to negate that other opponent's power. So Billy Joe, southpaw, lovely boxer, rock solid chin. It's not a puncher that's going to beat Golovkin. It's a slick boxer, mover. Billy Joe's got the best shot out there. You know, everybody's got to favour Golovkin because of the man he is. He's an awesome fighter. But there's all kryptonite to every fighter. And Billy Joe could have that kryptonite. So he's got all the tools to give Golovkin big problems because a puncher's not going to give him problems.
It's October 1st, October's a big month for boxing. Somebody you sparred with is actually fighting 2.5 weeks from now, Triple G. Tell us a little bit about him that people may not know about.
Triple G is definitely a hard worker, strong worker. He punches very hard, very heavy-handed, and I see great things. I mean, you know, he's the best right now, I believe, especially at 160, you know. You have a Kid Chocolate out there, too. I would love to see those two guys get on sometime in the future, but yeah, I mean, Triple G, you know, what can I say about him? He's great.
The name being thrown around a lot right now is Canelo since he moved back to HBO. He is fighting at 155, could move up to 160. Do you see them ever at any point in time clash?
I see a clash between those two. That would be a great fight as well. I mean, Canelo is definitely a young star coming up. He's strong, and 54 is just is the stop. You know, 60, I think he'll be strong at 60. He's a big 54-pounder. Great fight, great matchup.
Is there one fighter that you can name right now that's legitimately the most feared man in boxing? Is there one?
Triple G.
You think so?
Yep.
You don't think? Because I know fighters, Gabe Rosado wants a rematch, and Vanes Martirosyan wants to fight him like yesterday, and Rubio's fighting him.
You see the goods in him?
But Cotto is avoiding it. So
a lot of the big names are fighting him. I think a lot of people that's under him, and I don't want to talk down on no one, but you know, the people that's under him, they're willing to take the chance because they know it's going to be their biggest payday. They know if they beat him, their career can elevate. But the ones that is a little over top of him are right there with him. They're not willing to take that chance to get in there with him. I don't think he's going to get a big fight anytime soon. He's going to still have to fight the guys that he's fighting at this point.
When you see him fight, do you see the legit skills in him?
Yeah, and more so than his punching power. I see skill. You know, he cuts the ring off really well. He have a strong jab. I believe, you know, he'll at this point, anyone that's around his weight, I really don't see no one beat.
So the middleweight was here, Triple G. He's going to be fighting in a couple weeks out here. What are your overall thoughts on him? Is he the real deal? Is he the best middleweight right now?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. Now, listen, not just because he has power and he's got a good chin, he's physically, he has the presence. You know, Stevens has good power, but he didn't do really anything tonight. Golovkin puts it together. He's got a good mentality. He had 400 amateur fights. He won a silver medal. He's been fighting the best in the world before he ever got to the pros. He knows how to deal with different styles. He knows the right approach.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just have power. Ernie Shavers had great power. He never won a world heavyweight title. You got to have more than that. You got to put it all together. Golovkin puts it together. He has the right approach. He knows when to go. He knows when to pull back. He can counter. He can get inside with you. He knows how to control range. You know, it's not just the power. It's the way he uses it.
What do you think of Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Gill?
I think that's going to be a good fight because Daniel Gill's he's a beast. I've seen him train.
Can he fight?
Yeah, he's good.
He's tough too, and I've seen him train. He's not lazy. He's a workhorse. But you know, a punch can change all of that stuff. We'll see, man. I think it'll be a good fight, but I think Golovkin will take it.
Have you sparred Gennady?
Yeah, I sparred him years
You're
ago.
a big dude. You're bigger than him.
Yeah.
What was that like?
He hits hard. You know, I mean, I've been in there with heavyweights and all that. He hits just as hard as a heavyweight. It's no joke.
160 fighter hitting like a heavyweight.
It's the snap. He has a snap in his punches that heavyweights really don't have anymore. Heavyweights push and he has a snap with it. So, I mean, I'm not blowing smoke. The guy can hit. You know?
What do you think?
Oh, I mean, he's a real deal right now, middleweight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay.
When he fought Macklin, Macklin was petrified before the fight. So, you know what I mean? And I trained Macklin for the fight.
And Macklin's a tough dude. He's a very tough guy.
Petrified.
That body shot, I don't care how tough you are. You get hit in the liver, it's over.
Okay, him against Cotto.
Oh, man, please. He'll go to jail for murder.
Who, Golovkin?
Yeah. Golovkin to go to jail for murder, man. Come on, man.
What do you say about
I
that?
pleaded fifth, man. They're both I like them both.
Yeah, but somebody has to win. And
If you put a gun to my head and I had to place a bet, I'll bet on Golovkin.
I'll never put a gun in.
Hold it. But they got to fight at 160.
Yeah, 160.
Not 158, not
No,
157.
Not 154.
At middleweight.